got some tickle bitties and you don't know how to swing, well, I'm here to help you. Next, you want to tuck your right arm and lay your left arm on top of that mommy milker. Bombs away.
We'll bring out mommy milker for that. Yes, we did. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Game On. This is your sports morning espresso shot. I'm your host, Will. And I'm here to bring you the latest and greatest going on in the sports world. So sit back, relax, sip that delicious 1775 coffee that I know you're sipping on. Let me tell you what's on the menu today. The NFL released its schedule. We're going to go over that. Some teams did some funny things with their schedule release. Some did some weird things. And the Colts, I think it was, did something about arresting Tyreek Hill in theirs. And then they deleted it. I don't know what's going on with that. But there's some interesting, there's some teams that just got absolutely screwed. The NFL, they're like, you know, when kids ask a parent, hey, who's your favorite kid? And they say, I don't have any favorites, as you should. Well, the NFL is saying, we don't have any favorites. We don't have any favorites. But then their actions tell you otherwise. Right? Their actions tell you. The NFL's actions to some of these teams with the scheduling, oh boy. We'll get into that. And more importantly, week 1 lines are out. The way too early week 1 lines are out, so we can take a look at some of that. But we got NBA playoffs going on. One team eliminated last night. One team hanging on. Barely. Speaking of eliminated, we got hockey. Another team eliminated last night. We'll get into all of that. Baseball. Heavy Steps refuses to give me a winner. Refuses to give me a winner in MLB. My MLB expert, our MLB expert, refuses to give me one. He even gave it to me on Calsh yesterday. Embarrassing. I couldn't win a pick yesterday to save my life. I sure couldn't. But all that plus more, whatever else I have on the old Twitter timeline that will go down. But first, let's say hello to everyone here on Rumble. Grass Guy's in the house. What up, buddy? I know I put your favorite guy on the thumbnail. You're welcome. Patriot, good morning, sir. Marort, man. Marortman. Mar. Hey, Mar. Good morning. Leslie is in the house. Good morning, Leslie. How are we doing today? Pitches. I gave you winners and a home run pick yesterday. I know you did, Patriot. I just need to listen to you. I'm sorry. I was wrapped up into. I thought the Celtics. I got screwed over with the Celtics, man. The Celtics play the second half how I thought they were going to play the first half. I lose my first half 5% or my first quarter 5% play because I thought the Celtics were going to play competent ball and that they knew how to inbound the ball. They literally, all they had to do, worst case scenario, I was going to push on this thing, but all the Celtics had to do was inbound the ball. And for some odd reason, they screw that up, and it literally falls into the defender's hands, literally perfectly as he's motioning towards the basket. So it's literally like he just threw it up to him, said, "Hey, lay this in." That's what he did, and we lost it. So, what can you do? What can you do? That's sports. That's sports gambling for you. It's okay though. I'll get over it. There's more games today. There's more games to bet today, so you know what that means.
But now, yeah, I'm thinking I'm back.
I'm back, baby. I'm back. Where to start? I guess golf's going on. I did make my golf picks yesterday. Let me pull this up for you guys. Did make my golf picks yesterday. We'll see how that goes. We will see how that goes. You can tell I'm very confident in those. But yeah, we got PGA Championship starting today. Quail Hollow, Charlotte, just now getting underway. Nothing to report there yet, but we'll keep an eye on that over the weekend, of course. Of course. Thinking about taking JT on Kalshi. Just a little FYI for you guys. Let's run through some of these things here. Well, thank you, Leslie, for sharing that out there. I love it when you guys share it. When you share this channel, you hit the like button, you repost it, all that fun stuff. Quail Hollow, howdy y'all. What up, Alan? How we doing? Disastros and Rangers start a 4-game set today. Oh, speaking of which, who did I end up taking? I'm taking the Chicago Cubs over the weekend for Survivor. Watch them ruin this. Watch them screw this whole thing up for me. We're just gonna go down the timeline. I don't know if I'll get dinged for this or not over on the YouTube. Maybe I'll play this one at the end. NFL Week 1 is here. NFL Week 1 is here. Actually, better yet, I can pull it up here. It might look better. I wonder if. Oh, let me see. Do they have the lines up yet? Oh, baby, they do. They do. Check this out. Week 1 is up in the NFL. By the way, happy 100 days until college football. We're only 100 days away. Tomorrow will be in double digits. 100 days until college football. Woo! DeGrom pitching today. Game under, strikeouts over. Noted. We start things off with the defending champs hosting the Cowboys. We knew about that with the schedule leaks. Eagles open up a 7-point favorite over the Cowboys. Chiefs, Chargers in Brazil Friday night. Chiefs have like 5 primetime games in their first 6 weeks or something like that. If I was a Chiefs fan, I'd be nervous. Chiefs 2.5-point favorites over the Chargers. Doesn't that seem a little light? Seems a little light there. Showing a little respect to those Chargers. Raiders, Patriots. Patriots 2.5-point favorites at home against the Raiders. That's going to be a fun one. I can't believe we're favored, though. Honestly, I know it's the Raiders, but still a little bit too much respect there for the Patriots that do not deserve it. Bengals, Browns. Bengals 5.5-point favorites at the Browns. Cardinals are 4.5-point favorites at the Saints. Giants are 7-point dogs at the Commanders. That feels a little light. Giants have the hardest schedule. Ugh. Poor Beardo. Panthers, 3-point dogs at the Jaguars. The Dolphins, 1.5-point dogs at the Colts. That makes more sense then. That makes more sense now why the Colts had the Tyreek Hill Dolphin being arrested. I didn't realize they played week 1, so that makes more sense. Steelers, Jets. Steelers 3-point favorites at the Jets. These lines are interesting. Bucks 1-point favorites at the Falcons. Broncos 7-point favorites home against the Titans. Cam Ward and the Titans are 7-point dogs. Niners, Seahawks. That's going to be a fun way to start the season. Niners are 1.5-point favorites at Seattle. We already know the bet. We already know the 5% play of the week right there. Texans, Rams. Rams 2.5-point favorites at home against the Texans. Ooh. Lions, Packers, pick 'em. Ravens, Bills for Sunday Night Football. Our first Sunday Night Football, we get Ravens visiting Buffalo. That is going to be fireworks. And then they give us the Vikings and the Bears for Monday Night Football. Thanks for that. Pick 'em. Vikings -1.5. Okay. Cowboys catching 7 in the opener against the Super Bowl hungover Birds. Money on the floor. Easy there now. Maybe they're a good teaser leg for you. I don't think they'll let this tease just yet, but we'll keep an eye on that one. We will keep an eye on that one. So, yes, BetOnline has their lines up. Only $3,000 limits. You can't bet more than $3,000 per side. So, chump change, huh? This is what I mean by the NFL has favorites. One of the things by that is there's 3 teams with 0 primetimes games. Now, I would say thank you, NFL. Thank you for not showing me the Browns, the Saints, or the Titans. I appreciate that. No one wants to see that garbage. So thank you. Check this out, though. The amount of primetime games by team. Chiefs, of course, have 7. They have the most. Cowboys always have a ton of primetime games because it's Cowboys. So they have 6. And then you got teams with 5 primetime games over the course of the season. Miami, Atlanta, Detroit, Philadelphia, Washington, Buffalo, Chargers, San Francisco. I feel like 4 is a sweet spot, 4 is a sweet spot. You don't want all these primetime games. I mean, it's just I don't know, 4. The teams with 4 is Baltimore, Cincy, Pittsburgh. So basically the AFC North minus the Browns, who have none. So all of the AFC North minus the Browns, Houston's Denver, Green Bay, Minnesota, Tampa Bay, Rams, Seattle. Indy, Jacksonville, and Carolina all got 1. Wow. And then this thing's pretty cool, just to be able to look at the whole schedule in a graph. How about that? How about that? I can't believe I'm excited. I'm already excited. I know we've got a long time until this comes around, but I am excited. Now, there's one of the schedules I want to talk about, and it's not even my team. It's not even my team. Oh, I'm going to scroll past that just in case people don't like seeing blood. We're going to listen to this Pat McAfee thing. We'll cut off of YouTube here in a little bit. We'll listen to the Pat McAfee thing. It's so funny. This is hilarious. This is what I mean by the NFL has some favorites, because to give the Seahawks, I don't know. I want to get your guys' opinion on this. I think this is brutal. If you look at the Seahawks schedule, it literally alternates damn near every game or every week, home away. So they're home, week 1, away, home, away, home, away, home, bye week, away, home, away. Here's not until week 11 and 12 do you get your first away, and then you get a home, and then you're away again, and then you're home, and then you finish the season away. Brutal. I don't know. Maybe some teams like that. Maybe that'll work out in their favor. Maybe it's nice to know you have a away game and then you're going to be home the next week. I don't know. I feel like I would like a couple more back-to-back, or like a couple more back-to-back home stretch, or like 3 home games in a row. I think the Bills have 4 home games in a row, or 4 of the first 5 weeks. Let me see what that is. Bills apparently have a really favorable schedule. Like the 5th easiest. Where's it at? What are we doing? No, I want the Buffalo Bills. Thank you. Yeah. So the Bills are home, and then they got to travel all the way to New York. Basically a home game. And then home. Wild. Bills are going to go undefeated. Calling it now. They're going to go undefeated until they play my Patriots, whatever week that is in December, and we're going to get them. Oh, come on. StreamYard. Come on. Hold up. It's doing that stupid thing of, hey, we lost the sound. So, and I know I don't need the sound right now, but I know later on I'm going to. There we go. I'm going to end up needing it. We're talking about raviolis. Negotiable. Good morning. Says eagles are dangerous animals, not pigeons. Eagles could fuck someone up, whether they're hungover or not. They doing it. All right. I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. So yeah, that's some NFL schedule stuff. I geek out over these things. I'm gonna start doing my homework though. This is a long summer of doing homework, of looking at these schedules, seeing those things of like, hey, look, the Bills have an easy opening here, so let's do this. Because there's like, I mean, there's a mentality to this. If someone's got like a rough first 8 weeks and they're borderline, and if you just got to look at the scenario, okay, what happens? What happens if everything goes right for this team? What happens if everything goes wrong? Could they be punting on the season and trading things away? Who knows? Who knows? Can I hear things now? My headphones just did something weird. Now my mouse just did something. Why is everything not working? Can you guys hear me? Check, check. Check, check, check. Mm-mm-mm. Okay, good. Thank you, Leslie. My mouse just decided not to work. That's great. Not ideal. Kind of hard to run a show. Your mouse doesn't work. What are we doing? Dude. All right, well, we're gonna leave this up here for a second and we'll see what happens. Loud and clear. Unfortunately, yes. Okay. Well then. Yeah. So I like to dive through some of those things because some teams could be selling from a betting standpoint. That's how, I mean, that's what you got to do. That's what you got to do. It's just what you got to do. Why is nothing working on my end? Let's see. Let's see. Could be the spilled coffee. I don't know. Everything was working fine yesterday. Look, I got my coffee right here. I'm not spilling this one. I spilled this one today. All right, let's see. Let's see if this works now. Sometimes it does this. It's not just my mouse either, because my headphones did something wonky too. Well then. Did I tell you guys this is the most professional, on-time, non-clickbait sports show on the internet? Well, I told you guys that. Because it is. It is. I heard there was a solar flare the other day, and it's like screwed up things. There we go. There we go. Now we got something. And it's like screwing up stuff around the world of like communications and stuff like that, which makes sense because like normally there's certain spots I have on my way to work where I'm like, oh, that well, now it doesn't want to work. That like I could just tell, why is my service being extra shitty today? You know what I mean? Like, what's up with that? So the mouse will go off but won't come on. Maybe I did screw up my mouse. I had like one good day. One good day left. Well, I can either do that, or I think if I do this. What if I turn this on? There we go. So that means I should be able to. Aha! There we go. I can control this shit from my. At least I got something now. I have my backup mouse here too. Very professional today. Come on, guys. Let's see. Now are you gonna work? Connected. Look at that. Look at that. Fixed it all. Good morning, Spartan. How we doing? There wasn't a solar flare, it was a cyber attack. Heard it was a solar flare. Just reporting what I hear. Okay, now we're back. Now we're cooking. Okay, what else we got to talk about today? Oh, the Ravens and Derrick Henry have agreed to terms on a 2-year, $30 million extension with $25 million fully guaranteed. Man got paid. He had 1,921 rushing yards and 18 total TDs in his first year in Baltimore. I think he earned it. Sporting. Good morning. Cardinals going to do the same thing. Start off good and fall apart. Maybe. It depends on their schedule. Is it Cardinals? Oh, yeah, they might. They start off with the Saints and the Panthers. That's good. And then you got to go to San Francisco, home against Seattle. And then you get the Titans and then the Colts. You might start off great. And then it gets real dicey after that. Yeah. Yeah, probably buy high on the Cardinals early on and then sell. Oh, that's gross. That is gross. But yeah, Derrick Henry gets paid. Well deserved. Good for him. Shout out to Steps. Told Kalshi to sponsor the show. Hopefully they reach out. That'd be great. I did not do well on Kalshi yesterday. I did not do well. Some of the things that we didn't get to talk about yesterday in the world of basketball is about Denver, about them not winning that game the other night. The thing I hate about the NBA now, it's like they had a lead. They had a 9-point lead in the fourth quarter, and when teams start panicking, they just keep hucking up threes. And when those threes don't go in, you're screwed. Joker did everything he could. I think he had 13 of their 19 points in the fourth quarter. He even did something like this. We were watching this, and my wife was like, "How the hell did that go in?" And I thought after this, like, look, there's 7 seconds left. Clock's expiring. I thought once he did this, there's no way in hell they're gonna lose.
Pirouettes, tosses it up. Oh!
I'm like, this dude can't be stopped. He can't be stopped. But not the case. Not the case because his teammates couldn't shoot worth a lick. No one could hit anything, and they blew a 9-point lead because they kept trying threes. I don't get it. Sporting said he faded people who were doing well lately. Was up 4 units yesterday. Atta baby. Proud of you. Proud of you. That's someone won yesterday. Not me. Ugh. If I would have just stuck to my guns, but I bailed out. I like cut my losses on the Celtics at halftime because I thought there's no way that I just didn't have confidence in them. And then I did doubled. And then what I did was I sold out on the Celtics and decided to buy in on the Knicks. And then that bit me in the ass. It was just Let's get into the games from yesterday, actually. We got one series ending and one series extending. The Celtics end up defeating the Knicks 127-102. Yeah, this was ugly. Like Celtics screwed me so many different ways yesterday. They played the second half how I thought they were going to play the first half. But Derek White, have yourself a game. Derek White, 7 threes. Dude was on fire. Dude was the only thing keeping the Celtics. That was the other thing. He was the only like offense really for the first half. I mean, throughout the whole game, but definitely the first quarter. Derek White had like 15 first quarter points. And I thought, well, if they're just sitting here relying on one guy and they keep hucking up threes, if they go cold or if he isn't getting it done, I don't like the Celtics in the second half. Well, I was wrong on that one. Celtics get it done. They extend the series. A lot of people are thinking maybe the Knicks should be worried. I don't think they should be worried. They'll be fine. Sporting says he uses Roberts picks, but then bet the first 5, then cash at a higher rate. That's good. That's a good call. It's a good strategy. That is a good strategy, sir. And then the Timberwolves put an end to the Warriors last night, their season, and probably the Steph Curry Warriors dynasty. It's officially come to an end as the Timberwolves win 121-110 over the Warriors. The thing about the Timberwolves, right? They haven't really been pushed. They got to play the Lakers. I understand the Lakers were a higher seed and they were favored, which was weird. But the Lakers aren't a good team. The Warriors aren't a good team, especially without Steph Curry. You're now about to go up against a juggernaut of either the Thunder or the Nuggets. I think the Thunder Nuggets are just going to roll over. But, you never know. Maybe the Timberwolves are legit and they can prove themselves. But they're back in the back-to-back years in the Western Conference Finals. It's crazy. We got 2 teams. We got the Pacers back-to-back Eastern Conference Finals and the Timberwolves back-to-back Western Conference Finals here. So we'll see. We'll see at the breakdown. I do know this. The Timberwolves cannot afford to be playing a sloppy ball if they're going to go up against OKC. You cannot turn the ball over as many times as they turn the ball all over this terrible Warriors team. I'll tell you what. We also had another team eliminated in hockey. The Golden Knights, your season is done. Thanks for playing. The Oilers in overtime handle Vegas in Vegas. How wild is that? 1-0 victory there for the Oilers. They are moving on. Panthers, excuse me there. Panthers end up whooping up on the Maple Leafs 6-1 yesterday. They take a 3-2 series lead. We'll see. Maybe we could potentially get a game 7 out of this one, huh? Maybe a game 7. We'll see. We'll see. So that's the update in hockey. The scores yesterday in MLB. Twinkies defeat. Man, the system play did not come through, by the way. In game 1, Twins defeat the Orioles 6-3. Phillies in their game 1 defeat the Cardinals 2-1. Then the Brewers defeat the Guardians 9-5. Diamondbacks defeat the Giants 8-7. I did make a little bit on the Giants coming back. They had a chance. The Giants had a chance. Bases loaded. All they needed was a hit. A guy walked in 1 run. Diamondbacks escaped, though. That was a good one. It was exciting end. And then the Twins, second game of their doubleheader, defeat the Orioles 8-6. So the system play is just terrible this year. But it did come through down here below. But Yankees, thanks to Aaron Judge. The Mariners went up 2-0 on the Yanks. I thought about taking them, but then I'm like, no. Why? Because I can never pick anything right yesterday. So, of course, this pick was wrong. I didn't pick it, but I chose not to bet it. Yankees win 3-2 thanks to Aaron Judge, 15th home run of the season. Cardinals, finally the system play comes through. The Cardinals, after losing to Phillies in game 1, they come back 14-7 in game 2. That is crazy. Tigers defeat the Red Sox 6-5. Blue Jays defeat the Rays 3-1. Pirates shut out the Mets. Mets are at home, too. Pirates 4-0 win there over the Mets. Steps told me live. He goes, the Reds are down 1-0. You could still get them at 50-50. They were minus 200 before the game. Let's bet them on Calcio. I listened to that, man, and look what happened. The White Sox win 4-2. Ugh. Gross. Nationals defeat the Braves 5-4. Marlins defeat the Cubs 3-1. The Cubbies losing to the Fish at home? What? Who are they playing in that series, by the way? Why the hell did I take Chicago? Oh, because they're playing the White Sox. Okay. That makes me feel better. Rangers defeat the Rockies 8-3. Astros defeat the Royals 4-3. Padres 5-1 victory over the Angels. And the Dodgers shellacked the A's. It looked like the A's, man. I thought so. The A's were down 2-0. I thought about taking them, and I was about to, and then I got busy with something, and I didn't do it. And the next thing I know, A's go up 3-2, and I'm like, you would have got the A's at like 18 cents and could have cashed out around 38. Could have had a nice little chunk of change there, but no. But no, why? Because I couldn't do anything right yesterday. I couldn't. Let's see what's going on in today's games. We told the Panthers we were winning that series. Inward HH, Windy City rivalry, Northside versus Southsider. Okay. Thunder Nuggets. Thunder looking to close out the Nuggets season, move on to go take on the Timberwolves tonight. They are 4.5-point favorites over the Nuggets. Oh man, I don't know. I might just stay away from this game. I'm excited to watch it. Starts at 5:30 Pacific. 68% of the money is on the Nuggets. I just don't. This is what I don't know about. Like the Nuggets. This series could be done by now if the Nuggets didn't blow 2 fourth quarters. If they didn't gas out, and that's what makes me nervous. It's like, are they going to gas out here? I'm rooting for the Nuggets because I love Game 7s, right? Love Game 7s. So I want a Game 7 in Oklahoma City. I think it'd be fun. So I'll be rooting for the Nuggets. I don't know if I have a side yet, but the Thunder are going to probably win that one. The Thunder are probably going to win this one tonight. In hockey, with the Hurricanes and the Capitals, Hurricanes, sharp action on them. They're minus 164 favorites. Big money on the Capitals, though. 29% of the bets, but 77% of the money is on the Capitals. Where's that series at? Is the Hurricanes looking to close out? I think they are, aren't they? Yeah, Hurricanes looking to close that series out. So do the Stars. Stars are looking to close out with the Jets here, but the Jets are minus 115 home favorites. Stars plus 107 on the comeback. 54% of the bets, 57% of the money back in the Stars today. Don't need no stinking badges. Canes are going to shut it down tonight, okay, and take the Panthers in the Eastern Conference Finals. Well, they got to get there first, right? They got to get there. But we'll do. We'll do. Okay. And then, so we went through that. We got golf today. We got a lot of sports today. Here's what's going on in this Major League Baseball. Mighty Megatron says, can't believe Celtics pulled it out without Tatum. I can. I know he was playing well in that one game that he got injured, but other than that, he hasn't had a great playoff statistically. And if you look at their record, everything was kind of lining up for the Celtics. I mean, if you look at the record without Tatum over the last couple seasons, it's really good. Now it's just because they're a really good team. And then you add in the factor that they're home. It's an elimination game. Season's on the line. You're the defending champs. It's hard to go into the defending champs' home and put them out and put them down. I'll tell you what, if the Knicks don't win Game 6, watch out for the Celtics to come back and win this series in Game 7, because it's gonna be hard for the Knicks to go into Boston and get that W there. It'll be interesting. It'll be very, 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 very interesting. Yeah, I know. White and Brown are not going to combine for 60 again, but they got to figure out what's going on with Porzingis. They sat him yesterday because the coach said he was out there and he couldn't breathe. Now I know he might just have a nasty bug, and that's what's wild. What I've noticed since COVID, and I just have speculations and theories on some things, but why it's this way. These bugs, these colds and stuff, they're sticking around longer. Like people are getting it was all the way from hell. We're dealing with it right now because for those of you that don't know, I'm a pharmacist. I work out in the community, so I see these things, and like obviously you get your typical like come Christmas time, and then after Christmas and then January, all the bugs and gunk and stuff like that, and going around. But it feels like people, from what feedback I personally witnessed, these things are staying around longer. People are like, oh man, I've had this thing for 3 weeks, blah, 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 blah. And then it cycled through. So some people would have it, go away, And then we'd be in the middle of February and I knew it'd come back. And the people that, not everyone, but some people like, I caught this thing again. And it's wild. There's usually a normal cough and cold time, but it feels like it's been extended. I don't know. We'll talk about that though another day on Uncensored Pharmacist. Patriot like Braves, Twins, Reds, money line, day baseball parlay. Ooh, I like it. Braves, speaking of those, Braves are minus 220 favorites against the Nationals, plus 185. Sharp money, big money back in the Nationals today, but 74% of the money on the Braves, and so is Patriot. Twins, Orioles minus 135 home favorites. Twinkies plus 118 on the comeback. Sharp money on the Twinkies, but 62% of the money back in the Orioles today. White Sox, Reds minus 220 favorites against the White Sox plus 25. The White Sox are looking to sweep this series. How crazy is that? Sharp money on the Reds, though. 72% of the money is on the Reds. There's been sharp money on the Reds the last 2 days, and they've lost outright. Short day today. Wow. Rays, Blue Jays minus 165. Must be a travel day today. Blue Jays minus 165 home favorites. Rays plus 140 on the comeback. Action Network expert taking the Blue Jays, and 64% of the money is on the Blue Jays in that one. Astros and the Rangers. Rangers minus 125 home favorites. Astros plus 105 on the comeback. Action Network expert taking the Rangers. Your Rangers there, Patriot, over the Astros, but 52% of the money is on the Astros. And then tonight, the Sacramento A's finish their series with the Dodgers. Dodgers minus 195 home favorites. A's plus 165. 92% of the money is on the Dodgers. That's what we got going on in the world of sports, betting wise. The old betting markets. Okay, we're going to get off YouTube so I can show you guys some funny things. Goodbye, YouTube. Come over to Rumble. It's been fun.